Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from One Drop Brewing Company in Australia. Mick sent this beer to us in Australia, and I must admit, it's one of, if not one of the most interesting beers that he sent us, because it's a double vanilla custard pancake Imperial Nitro Thickshake IPA, limited edition, 10.1% ABV. There's a look at the can. And I'm like, whoa, at this point, well, first of all, thank you, Mick. But we got instructions on the can. Before you can even get to the ring pull, look at these instructions. You've literally got to basically open it and slam this beer into your glass. Really interesting stuff. Thank you very much for this, Mick. So it says, this beer is a nitro beer for creamiest and best results. Shake the can 3 times. What? Then pour hard and vertically into a glass. Right, 1, 2, 3. I'm not into shaking beer cans. I'm not into that at all. I gotta be honest, but I mean, they must have. Looks fine so far. And then literally slam. Look at that, guys. I've never poured a beer this rigorously in my life. But it worked. They knew what they were doing. Okay. So there's look at the conditioning now on that beer. Look at that conditioning. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I got to get my head around this. It's a 2-finger white head, hazy, dark amber coloured beer. So it's 10.1% ABV, double vanilla custard pancake Imperial Nitro Thickshake IPA. So take away the Imperial Nitro, that's not a flavour. Thickshake IPA is going to be body, like a really creamy IPA. So the flavours are double vanilla and custard pancake. So it's going to be like a real big thick cream stout. Vanilla, custard. It sounds really interesting. Pardon me, slightly hazy. Let's get the aroma. Smells like a Refreshers bar. You know the Refreshers bar, you get the kind of fizzy, sweet vanilla sweets you get. It smells amazing. I'm picking up raspberry, vanilla, vanilla Coke. Vanilla Coke. It did exist once upon a time. That smells insane. I'm gonna dive in. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, Mick. Really interesting. Yeah, there's no getting away from that face, is there? There's just no getting away from that face. I don't like sweet beer. I never have, I never will. This is like really sweet. This is really sweet. I mean, IPA, if they manage to balance this out with some bitterness, with some real hardcore bitterness, then it would have worked for me. But it's so, I mean, it's thick and creamy because it's been designed that way. It's an Imperial Nitro Thickshake IPA. It's supposed to be like that. If you pick this can up to buy it, to try it, of course in Australia, then you must expect this. You must expect it. It's going to be really, really sweet. So you must like sweet beers. You must really like sweet beers. The IPA part, I'm going to be perfectly honest, is a bit of a letdown. It's a bit of a letdown. It just needed to be, it needed to carry the sweetness of the beer. It's not carrying the sweetness. It's just, it's overloaded on the front. On the front of the taste. It's really overloaded with loads of cloying, sweet, vanilla, custard, more sweetness coming through. Unfortunately, this one's not for me. This is how they describe the beer. Sit down, ideally somewhere comfortable with a lot of pillows. You need to read this. Double the lactose, double the vanilla, double the nitro. Yep. This here, my friend, is our full milkshake treatment, turned right up to 10 plus. An Imperial Milkshake IPA with oodles of wheat, oat milk, custard, powder, vanilla and Sabro. Who cares when or how? It's just in there. Relax, grab a straw and come and get thick, yo. Independently, 100% Aussie owned, proudly brewed and canned at our brewery and tap room, 5 Erith Street, Botany, New South Wales. I'd like to try more from this brewery. They're obviously experimenting. They're obviously doing things different. If they brew big thick beers like this, and I'd love to try their Imperial Stout. I reckon their Imperial Stout would be amazing. Even their Stout for that matter, or their Porter, Imperial Porter. Anything dark, as long as it's nice and bitter at the same time, would be fantastic. Unfortunately, you can't like them all. I'm not going to start raging. I'm not going to start going crazy because, let's face it, it's double vanilla custard pancake. It's going to be really, really sweet. And they've said it on the side of the can. It's a really, really sweet beer. Just way too sweet for me. Way too sweet for me. To the point where I can barely grab the Sabro hop. I can barely grab that kind of fruity, hoppy flavour there. I just want some bitterness to balance this thing out. If you like strong beer, if you like sweet beer, you will love this. This will be the beer of your dreams. But for me, I like strong beer, but I don't like beer that sweet. So I'm going to say, and I'm sure Mick won't mind. Mick sends me some fantastic beers from Australia. I'm sure these guys are a fantastic brewery, but we can't like them all. We can't like them all. It would be wrong of me, just because this beer was sent to me by Mick, to go, yeah, this beer is right up my street, this is amazing, this is fantastic. It would be completely wrong of me, and I've never done that before on the channel, and I never will. So I'm just going to say, it's not for me. Puts me in an awkward situation with rating it, but again, these things happen. It's a 2 out of 10. It's a 2 out of 10 for me. And I know I'm like almost really embarrassed by like just holding 2 fingers up, because it's very rare that I do that without raging and knocking things everywhere and shouting and really angry. But I can't in this situation because they've described it to be a really sweet beer. It's just not for me. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.